Merhaba. Bedri Leylak hocamız İngilizce dersler okuyorlar. Ben de rica ettim böyle gençlere nasihatler manasında bir yer okur musunuz diye. Bize bir şeyler okuyacak inşallah, gençlere nasihatler. Hocamız
İnşallah.
kendisini tanısın inşallah.
My name is Bedri Leylak. I am giving mathematics and physics course at the school and private course. I will read inshallah Risale-i Nur, fifth topic about youth people and their sins and how can they remove their life, the bad situations, how can get rid of the bad things, their life. I want to explain it from Risale-i Nur inshallah.
İnşallah. Buyurun.
The fifth topic, as is described a guide for youth, there is no doubt that youth will depart, it will change into old age, and that is certainly as the summer gives its place to autumn and winter. And the day changes into evening and night. All the revealed scriptures give the good news that its fleeting transit youth is spent on good works, in chastely and within the bonds of good conduct, it will gain for the person immortal youth. In this paragraph, we can understand that if we spend our youth life for praying, for namaz, for ibadet, for Allah, Allah say that at the Quran, I will give a lot of good news for you. I will send, and Allah says that I will send all of you, if you spend your life at the good way, I will send all of you to Jannat. But otherwise, we will go bad. We will have to face bad things. On the other hand, the youth spent on vice, just as murder resulting from a minute anger leads to millions of minutes of imprisonment. So quite apart from being called to account in the hereafter, and the torments of the grave, and the regrets arising from their passing and sins, and the penalties suffered in this world. The unlawful pleasures of youth contain more pain than pleasure. Every youth with sense will corroborate this from his own experience. And for example, when we are young, if we don't think about Allah, if we don't think about Islam, and if we are living in a way that if we don't know any law about Islam, our life is very bad because we don't know anything about life, because we are learning about life, all life from Islam, and we have to learn from Islam, because every Islamic laws can describe the life and how can we behave in the social life, how can we behave, how can behave in the family life, and when we are being friend with somebody, how can behave my friends towards them. All we are learning all the rules from Islam. If I obey these rules, Islamic rules, my life goes very good. But if I don't know anything about them, my life will go very bad. And for example, I don't know any law, any rules. When I am angry with somebody, for example, he behave me very badly, and after that I get angry, and I take my gun. After that I kill him in a very, very bad situation. After that I committed suicide, and I committed a very bad behavior. All the policies are coming, and after that they will take me to the jail, and other bad things will be occurred in my life. For example, the pains of jealousy, separation, and the unrepudiated love transform the partial pleasure to be found in illicit love into poisonous honey. If you want to know how they end up in hospitals due to illness resulting from their misspent youth, and in prison due to their excess, and in bars and dance of vice, and the graveyard due to the distress arising from their unnourished hearts and spirits not performing their right functions, go and ask at the hospital, prisons, and bars and graveyards. More than anything, you will hear the weeping and sighs of regret at the blows youths have received at the penalty for abusing their youth and their excess and illicit pleasures. Evet. And yes, for example, I fall in love with girl, but it is not the right way, because Islamic rules says that you cannot, you mustn't be anywhere with girl lonely. You can see and you can meet anywhere. There are a lot of people. You can meet with the girls about your business life, or you are a student. You can meet or you can see your girlfriend. But this is not problem. But if you fall in love with any girl, it is forbidden in Islam. But you don't know any rules about Islam. You fall in love with any girl. After that, later, maybe the girl don't want to be with you, or maybe you will jealous with girl, or maybe she will go far away. For example, they moved the other city with her family, and you will separate from girl. After that, you will pain. You don't want to separate from girl. This situation like poison, and you don't want to fall like this situation. And if you spend your life with bad, if you have bad habits, for example, alcohol and drugs, all the bad habits will bring you to the bad way, and at the end of your life, you have to go to the hospital, or you have to take an operation. For example, your soul suffered very bad stress and depression. And if you can, and if you go to the old people, if you go to the bad people house, they will say you don't go bad way. You will pray. You have to believe in Allah, and you mustn't separate the Islamic way, because they know at the end of a story you will if you go a bad way, at the end of this way you will face to very bad situation. Yes. Foremost the Quran, with numerous of its verses and all the revealed scriptures and books, give that glad tidings that if spent within the bounds of moderation, youth is an agreeable divine bounty, and sweet, powerful means to good works, which yields the results of shining, immortal youth in the hereafter. And if we go the Islamic way, Allah give us immortal youth in the hereafter. We will take our youth again. Allah promised us, and Allah never changed their minds. They are written in the Quran. Since the reality is this, and since the bonds of the licit are sufficient for enjoyment, and since an hour of unlawful pleasure leads sometimes to a punishment of 1 or 10 years imprisonment. Yes. We will commit a sin, and sometimes we will, for example, we kill anybody, or if you commit a crime, at the end of this way, we will go to the jail. We will give punishment from the laws. 10 year or 1 year imprisonment they will give us. Surely it is absolutely necessary to spend the sweet bounty and youth chastely on the straight path as thanks for the bounty. And we can understand from this paragraph all this topic. If we spend our life in good way, in Islamic way, we will have a lot of bounty from Allah. But otherwise, if we spend our life very bad way, at the end of this way, we will give punishment from Allah. Decide, you can decide about this topic, and you can change your life, and you can live in Islamic way. Thank you arkadaşlar, and thank you friends. See you later inshallah.